Hi, I'm Jill.
I'm Julia.
And we are from Bear Radio. This is Waves by Factory Berlin and Beats by Dr. Dre.
You got it.
Is that good?
So I'm Julia Joubert. I have a background in radio. I worked in Cape Town, South Africa for quite a while, studied media and radio production, and then I joined up with Jill here to be the creative director of Bear Radio.
I'm Jill Beytin. I'm originally from San Francisco, California. I've done radio in New Zealand and in Washington, D.C. at places like NPR and Deutsche Welle. And I founded Bear Radio 2 years ago to bring more media diversity to Berlin. And now we teach workshops, we lead the Berlin podcasting meetup, and we make our own in-house shows.
So what we're going to be chatting about in this series is 1, developing a new podcast idea. 2, we're going to be creating a podcast outline. Then we're going to be teaching you how to create a roadmap and hopefully avoid burnout. And then we're going to wrap up with how to create your own home studio and what is the best gear for you when creating your podcast. Cool. So more people are listening to podcasts than ever before. And I think one of the big things that people wonder is like, am I too late? There are so many podcasts out there in the world. Why should I make one? Why is my idea even worth doing? And why is it worth doing if there is so much out there for other people to listen to? Firstly, it's never too late, as long as you've got a good idea. Second is that it really is a beautiful medium to be able to tell your own story in the way that you want, when you want, how you want. You can be flexible with your time and then reach as many people as possible. Because the brilliant thing about this is, Jill listens to podcasts while watching TV and cooking
24/7.
And like playing cribbage at the same time. There's something really incredible about the podcast medium that allows you to do multiple things at once. So if you're thinking about doing it, do it. See, I keep pressing the TV button and not the cool. Do you wanna tell our friends about podcasting in Europe?
Yeah. In Europe, on average, close to 28% of adults have listened to a podcast within the last 4 weeks. And especially in Germany, most podcasts are actually created in partnership with larger media organizations or magazines or newspapers. So it's actually a good time to become an independent podcaster.
So, like I said, we're going to be getting into developing your idea now. So a lot of people will sit in a bar when you're allowed to sit in a bar again. You're sitting in the park, you're drinking a beer, you've had 17 beers, and all of a sudden you're like, I have a great podcast idea.
As one does.
As one does. So most of the time, it's a really good idea, but is it a good podcast? We're really not sure. So the thing about podcasts, or at least what makes a good one and what makes your idea something that's worth diving into, is when you figure out what your topic is and whether it's something that you should be doing and whether you figured out like why you should do it. So the way you do this, really simple. You've got your unique ability and you've got your expert. And together, when those two come together, you've got what is your topic. So your unique ability is what is your own genius? So what makes you you? Then with your expert, it is what are you an authority and what do people come to you for over everybody else? You know, for me, it's probably banana bread and pole dancing.
Always.
It's
what I think of first when I hear the name Julia.
It's not true, it's a lie.
What about improv?
I'm funny. Improv. Let's go with improv. Okay. So improv makes me me. I don't know who I am without improv. And then my expert is, I have noticed that people tend to come to me for advice on, who to listen to, who to go and see, where to study, all those kinds of things. That would kind of be what your expert is. And in that, when you mesh the two together, is where you find your topic. Often we're unsure of what our unique ability actually is. Like, how am I supposed to know what makes me me? So think about it this way. Like, what do you see yourself potentially doing that you will continuously be learning from? What do you see yourself doing for the rest of your life without getting bored? It's like a passion, but times 1,000. That is kind of what your unique ability is. And then, like I said, with expert, when people come to you, are they coming to you just for a chat about it? Or are they coming to you because they really trust your opinion, they trust your knowledge, they trust that you are well-versed and well-researched in what you're doing? When you don't know what your unique ability is and you don't know what your expert is, ask people. Ask people what your unique ability is. Ask them what you're an expert in, and then you'll find your topic. And then hopefully, once you figure that out, what you land yourself with is a podcast that serves you, that you love, that you're going to keep learning from for the rest of your life, and you're going to keep doing it forever.
Cool. Thanks for watching. In the next episode of Waves by Factory Berlin and Beats by Dr. Dre, we'll be going through how to create your podcast outline.
Also going to touch on how to find a perfect name for you and develop a roadmap that works and helps you avoid burnout.
Thanks. Bye. What was that bird sound?
Bye.